Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, Peter Joseph here, for a almost late Thursday night video right here, once again, on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel. YouTube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this channel, my other channels, down there in the description box, where you can leave a comment on the video, but don't leave stupid comments because you go bye-bye. And if you really don't like that, then go fuck yourself and go cry to your mama, little bitch. Go wah to your mama, little baby bitch. If you can't handle it, then get out of here. And that's that. And alright, so subscribe to my channels, leave a comment on the video, or any one of my future videos or past videos if you like. But like I said, don't leave stupid comments, you're getting blocked, you don't like it, too bad. Share the video all over the internet, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you miss anything, you missed it. And you're SOL, and you know what that means. And that's it. You like it? Great. You don't? Go fuck yourself. And if you're brand new here for the very first time, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a cold one, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. And if you like it, like I said, if you like it, great. You know, fuck off. Go to your dead channel that nobody cares about. Try to do your own video that probably nobody will watch anyway, but it is what it is. People actually watch my shit. Well, that's a fact. I don't watch it 150 times or 500 times or anything like that. So, you can't prove anything, so go fuck yourself. But we move on with that. So if you're new, welcome. And to everybody else, welcome as well. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's late. I want to finish this video up because I got things to do on the weekend. So we start the unofficial first weekend of 2025. Once again, if I haven't said it already, Happy New Year to everybody. Officially, as of this video, the third day of 2025. We got 363 days left of the year. Of this year before we hit another year, 2026. And we're at the midpoint of the decade, so we got 5 more years to go before we hit another decade, basically, the 2030s. If we're all here to see that, but, you know, most of us will. But I will see 2030s, maybe the 2040s, and maybe the 2050s. I mean, we're pretty much, 45 years from 2050, and at this rate, I'll be, as 2050 hits, when 2050, I will be, I'm 48 now, I just turned 48 last week, so 45 years, I will be 93 years old, or just about to turn 93, going into 2051 to be, you know, but, yeah. So, 2 years, I'll be right down the middle there. You know, I'll be 50, so 2020, at the tail end of 2026, I'll be at the ripe age of 50. So, 50, like 50 Cent, you know what I mean? So we got that, but we got a long way to go before we even hit 2026, and the greatest day in the world of 2026, but we'll deal with that in about 2 years from now, but let's get through 2025. Got a long way to go before we hit that, but we move on. But I hope everybody's having a great start to the year. Fresh start, new beginnings. I know it's going to take a little bit of time to, you know, see how the year goes. I think when we hit June, which is pretty much the midpoint of the year, we'll see how good or bad or worse we did. You know, but right now, we just started the year, so, but we move on with that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of the third day of the year, it is official as of this video, January the 3rd, 2025, or if you're watching in the West Coast, it's still January the 2nd, 2025, but whenever you are watching this, you're watching it. But thank you all for watching, and that's that. But on this late Thursday night, January the 2nd, 2025, or like I said, if you're watching from another time zone over the Atlantic, it is January the 3rd, 2025, and for all my people on the replay crew, it is time on video number 2, once again, right here on the channel. Check out my first video of the day, my AEW Dynamite review for Fight for the Fallen last night. Well, actually, Wednesday night. So check that out. Link will be down below in the gobbledygook. And that's that. But on this particular video, on video number 2, it is time for your late and, pretty much late and out of date NXT review for, we're going back a couple of days, New Year's Eve, December the 31st, 2024. So, I know I'm a little bit late with the video. I wanted to do it yesterday, but, I had things come up, and, got a little sick yesterday. I've been dealing with migraines the last couple of days, especially since New Year's Eve. I think we all know why. Get a little tipsy on New Year's Eve, and kind of the headache and the hangover kind of lasted 2 days. I mean, even the missus was a wreck yesterday. Not puking wreck, she was just out of it. But today she's a little bit better, thankfully. So we're gonna enjoy the weekend. We got nothing to do besides watch wrestling. We got SmackDown tomorrow night, 3-hour show for the beginning of the year on the USA Network, and then we take a little bitty nap Friday night, and then early Saturday morning at 3 a.m. here in the States, 12 o'clock Pacific time, and pretty much Sunday. It's pretty much late Saturday night in Japan. Speaking of Japan, New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 19, the first pay-per-view of the year for one of the major promotions in the world, the greatest one in the world, I think, but it is what it is. So we got that at 3 a.m. Eastern Time in the States. It's going to be an epic show. Can't wait for that. Tanahashi's final match, which sucks. I think he's taking on Evil. But we got that. And then we pretty much go to bed. We get up a few hours later, whatever time, maybe 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, after we get through an epic night of, late night of Wrestle Kingdom. We get up, have a little breakfast, and then, do whatever we gotta do on Saturday. Do some errands, go out for a walk, do whatever you gotta do, come back, watch Collision, the first Collision of the year, bringing back Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting by Elton John. Love that. I mean, the Dynamite theme, people are still talking about that. Why are they using the Pointer Sisters? What is this? I'm so excited. From 1982, mind you. Some of you weren't born then. But back in my day, that was an epic song. Epic song. I mean, you probably heard it once or twice on It's Alright Because He Saved by the Bell. I think you know that episode if you watch Saved by the Bell, where Jessie Spano is taking all those pills because she has finals and shit. She's trying to stay awake. Zach Morris, evil Zach Morris, finds it. And then, I gotta study for finals. I'm so excited! She has to sing at some talent show, I think it was. I think it was a talent show at the Max. I think she was singing, I don't know if she was singing by herself, or she was singing with her boyfriend, AC Slater, or she was singing it with, Lisa Turtle and, the ever so hot Kelly Kapowski. Ugh. I think everybody that grew up around in my time, the late 70s, 80s, and, even some 90s, they were flaunting over fucking Tiffany Amber Thiessen. I think they still are now, because she's still hot in her 50s. Oh. But she was amazing on that show. Good looking. Oh, everybody wanted her. You know, even a guy that was almost in his 20s wanted to bang her. Shit. And, you know, Jenny Garth from 90210 back then. But that was one of my crushes way back then. But remember when 90210 came out? I think she was probably one of the hottest chicks on that show next to Shannon Doherty. God rest her mighty soul. But, you know, it is what it is. I actually almost met Jenny Garth at the Javits Center car show. Way back in the 90s. When I think the first came out. But the line was so massive. But thankfully I had, I don't even think I even have it anymore. I got a autograph from her. Well, it wasn't, like, written autograph. It was one of those copies. But, I mean, it still counts. But, back then, 90210 was such a great show. Along with Saved by the Bell, but the 80s had tons of hit shows that you still watch on Paramount Plus or Paramount TV, the regular Paramount. But usually Paramount Plus has, you know, everything. But we got that. I've been watching reruns of Alf. It's great shit, man. Even the Christmas episodes. Great shit. Willie, what did you get me for Christmas? I got you a cat. Ooh! Okay, didn't even do his laugh. I used to have the doll, but I gave it to one of my cousins. So that sucks. But you know what I still have? It's still a collector's item. Mork and Mindy. Remember that show? Some of you do with the late great Robin Williams and Pam Dawber. Love that show. Religiously love that show. I still watch some reruns here and there. Nano. But I used to have the clock. I still have it. My parents' house, in my old bedroom, I still have a lot of old shit. Old as shit. You know, but I actually wanted to sell it on Pinterest and nobody actually wanted it. I don't know why. It's a collector's item. Still in good condition. Just had to put batteries in it. But I still have it. Eventually I'm going to somehow sell it. I don't know where I can sell it to, maybe a pawn shop, but if not, I probably won't get a lot of money that it probably will be on for sale. Excuse me. I don't even know if I can even look it up. I know I'm going a little bit off tangent like I usually do, but I don't give a shit. You're watching. Alright, I can't. Alright, I'm not gonna even do it. Actually, let me look it up on my other phone, my main phone. But alright, alright. Wait a minute. Maybe I won't have to use the phone. I know my computer's ancient, but I'm actually in line to get. I'm getting a new desktop pretty soon, but not now, but probably before the summer because I need one. All right, let's see what happens with that. All right, let's look up Mork and Mindy clock price. Let me see if it's still listed. Actually, you can actually still buy it, which is insane. I have it. VTG, I think that's vintage. Mork from Ork egg ship alarm clock from the 1970s. 100%. Well, this is on eBay. You can buy it on eBay. People are selling it for $431.95. And it's probably worth more than that. Well, not the clock, the watch is going for about $1,500. I'm looking at Google right now, but as, I'm looking at eBay, on Google, the first thing you see is eBay, and people are selling it for about $431, $432. It's insane. It was made in 78. Now, mind you, I got this probably in the early to mid-80s. Or maybe the beginning of the 80s. Right, the low, the mid 80s. I used to say that. Let's see here. I know people in I think AU is Australia. They're selling it for like 139.80 Australian money, but I don't know what that constitutes in blah 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 in American money. Let's see. All right, so I see one. You can get it off eBay from somebody that actually still has it for $430 something. It's not bad, but I think it actually costs way more than that. Let me see, maybe price listing 2020. Why not? Let's look at last year's price link, but I know I'm going off tangent. I don't care. So 431. Not you can actually buy, well, you can buy on Amazon, you can buy the complete series of Mork and Mindy. I think it went 3 or 5 seasons, I forget, but it's going for $29.85 if you want to buy it right now. I don't need to, I got Paramount. But, we got that. No, I can't find any more, anymore. Actually, let me see. Maybe I could find it if it's still on. You can buy it on Amazon. No, it's just on the DVDs, not the clock. Crap. But anyway, if you go to eBay, you type in Mork from Ork egg chip alarm clock. You could probably buy it still. Maybe in pretty good condition. I still have it. Maybe I might throw it up on eBay. Maybe. But, not that I might get any. I'm hoping I get some good money from it, but, who knows. If, people love Mork and Mindy, I think they do, if they lived way back in the 80s. But anyway, I have a piece of, vintage stuff. I have a lot of vintage stuff. I have the very first Fantastic Four, which goes for a lot of money. I still have it in mint condition. I don't know if I still have it. Superman 500, The Death of Superman, but it's not in really good condition, so pretty much you can't do anything with that. Throw it out. Because, who wants to buy a freaking half-ripped fucking comic that's like half, not even good in good condition? Nobody wants to buy that shit. Yeah, there's a lot of comics I still have that are vintage. I got some board games that I can still maybe give out and like get $10 for, but But yeah, that Mork and Ork alarm clock, I still have. Man, if that's going for $431 now, I don't know if that's official of this year, current, but if that's current, I mean, that's not bad. $430 on eBay. Not bad. But it could go more, people want it, but maybe I'll put it up on eBay for myself, but if people still other people still have it, I mean, I hope you can sell it for a good price. Make a profit out of it. But if you want to keep it for nostalgia reasons, go ahead. Everybody has, a lot of heavy metal people have a lot of Kiss merchandise and Kiss memorabilia that they still have in their house. And, God forbid, they gotta sell that shit. That's gonna go for a lot. A lot. Guitars and just Kiss coffins and, other things that Kiss have made. Even a fountain that has blood. Not real blood, obviously. Or it's probably Kool-Aid. I think Sebastian Bach said that on MTV Cribs. They're like, oh, do you have a blood machine? It's real blood. No, it's not real blood. It's probably like either fruit punch or Kool-Aid. But, good stuff. Good stuff back then. Anyway, moving on. Moving along, my friends. Alright, so let's get back to the final episode of NXT for last year, December the 31st, 2024. We are back at home base. We are back at Nickelodeon Studios at the Capitol Wrestling Center in that great city of Orlando, Florida. Alright. Alright, so this is the go home show before this coming Tuesday's first official event of 2025, and that is New Year's Evil. So, that should be fun. We're going to see what happens with our NXT World Champion, Trick Willie Shamon. You got him, DJ Nightwolf, Eddie Thorpe, and the current #1 contender, and that is the big man from Wakanda forever, Owa, who, Femi. So we got that, and a whole lot more. And they also have the NXT Awards. We weren't handed out, except for the Male Superstar of the Year that was supposed to be handed out in our final segment. See who wins that, but a little bit of chicanery, but we'll get to that in a minute. But we start off, before we start off with the action, we have our commentary team of the man with the creepy jacket, a lot of candy. He's just weird sometimes, and that's Vic Joseph and the two-time Hall of Famer, the man who gets buck wild and still smokes more weed in 2025 than you will, and that's our good friend, the Kool-Aid Man himself, Booker T, sucker! Oh yeah, man! Oh yeah, man! Shucky ducky, quack quack. Alright. And boy, did he go off on this show. Holy shit. Especially the first match of the night. We go to the ladies. And you know how Booker T loves them ladies. Well, we start with Kaylani Jordan. That's Melo's Melo's girlfriend. Takes on the Puerto Rican princess herself of NXT. That's Luna Vices. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. I'm gonna start going like Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. Oh yes, J-Lo. No. Let me poop on you. No. For me to poop on. I miss that. I haven't seen him in a while. Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. Used to be a big hit on Late Night with Conan O'Brien. On NBC, then his syndicated thing. Well, not syndicated, but he went to, where did he go? TBS? Or I forget where he went after that. But, he made appearances here and there in the mostly the 90s, early 2000s. So, blah, blah, blah. I miss that guy. I think he has a hit song. I don't even know, but anyway, miss that guy. Anyway, moving on. So, Kaylani Jordan and Lola Vices. Booker T's going amazing. Like, oh my god, oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. I'm like, Booker T, calm down. You have a hot wife named Sharmell. Stop it. Or as Vince McMahon would say, stop it. I'm dancing dead. Stop. Okay. Anyway, so this was a pretty decent match. Not great. But anyway, they go back and forth, come back from a break, and Lola hits not one, but two of Eddie Guerrero's three amigos. And, I thought she was she was about to go for the third. She starts dancey. And Kaylani, kind of reversed that, does her little dancey too, and then, like a split-legged, reverse thingy-majig. See what happens, Eddie would say, see what happens when you don't do my three amigos correctly, you mess up. I know, Eddie. It does it very good, did it pretty damn good. Your favorite person in the whole wide world, Mercedes Moné. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4, 5, 6 times. She did a double Three Amigos. Eddie was very proud, right, Eddie? Oh, yes. It is what it is. And if you don't like my Eddie Guerrero impression, you think it's just not the worst Eddie Guerrero impression ever, I'd like to see you try it. Among my other ones I do, and everybody loves it. Back in the day, they do. I mean, they still do. I'm thinking about doing another just random video doing random freaking impressions of wrestlers and, Donald Trump, other people that I can and try to do, I used to do back in the day. I wish I had that video I did way back in the day on my first ever channel, Human Killer 99. It was on Human Killer 99, way back in the day. Some people remember that, but, I gave a list of Rosa. She ran off the list of people to impersonate, and I got a lot of hits on that video. A lot. But, will I ever do it again? Maybe not. But I do a pretty good Eddie Guerrero. Yes, but, I do a pretty decent Eddie Guerrero impersonation. I do a good Mike Awesome impersonation, too. Mikey's sleeping right now. He can't come out. But he'll be here tomorrow. He'll be here tomorrow. Because he's awesome, No, that's that. Terry Funk, Mick Foley, I do good impressions. Oh, brother. And, that's pretty much it. Anyway, moving on. So, Lola hits the two amigos, and then, Kaylani says, alright, I'm not stopping that. And she starts dancey. And then, does like a leg smash over the throat. To get back up, and Kaylani flips into a choke, but Lola got the ropes, and then the lovely Cora Jade comes out, the former skater girl. She was a skater girl, say you later, girl. I'll be backstage after the show. Okay, back then. Anyway, Cora Jade comes out for a little distraction on the apron, and then, I think it was Lola tried to throw Kaylani into Cora, but that kind of backfired, and Kaylani then rolled up Lola with a bridge. 1, 2, 3. She gets the win in under 9 minutes. Match was 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then afterwards, Cora Jade comes in with her kendo stick, and starts beating the shit out of both ladies. But then the Mexican princess herself, Stephanie Vaquer, comes in, makes the save. And then, I think she was trying to go after Cora some more. Lola Vice tried to stop her. And then, Lola tries to go for that wicked spinning back fist of hers on Cora Jade. But, oops, she missed. And she hits Stephanie Vaquer right in the face. And then she's like, oh my god! And then Stephanie's like, oh, you bitch! She was not happy. And Lola's like, oh, me sorry, she's, apologizing in Spanish. Me so sorry! No, it's Japanese, but, But we get that. So we'll see what happens with those lovely ladies as we move on. Alright, then it's time for the NXT Awards. We start off with the Match of the Year. We had a lot of good candidates, but the winner, I don't know why this was the winner. It should have been the ladies' Iron Survivor match, because that was a banger. But it went to Triple Threat match at Stand and Deliver, when Oba, Femi, the North American champion at the time, took on Josh Briggs, and formerly of NXT, now, well, it's pretty much an indie guy, Dominic Dijak. That won Match of the Year. Oba obviously won that. Well, he won the match, per se, but anyway. Alright, so Oba wins an award, Josh Briggs wins an award, and hey, Dijak, you're not in the company anymore, but you get a little trophy. Alright, so we get a little speech from Josh Briggs, says, I'm the only one who gets to talk around here, because I won, but he does thank everyone who feasted their eyes on the match. Ooh, nice little dig at, the guy he and him went to war. A couple of matches. Not as great as Keith Lee and Dominic Dijak a couple years ago. Holy shit. Well, I think they had 3 matches back in, 2019. 2018, 19. Woo! That was probably the best matches of NXT those years. And you thought, like, I mean, Adam Cole had a lot of good matches too. Back then with Kyle O'Reilly. He did have one with Keith Lee, which got ruined by the guy we don't talk about anymore. Remember him? Not Benoit. You know, the guy that... What's his name? His name is on the tip of my tongue. Veer. Remember Veer and, Sangha? I think his name was Sangha. Remember them? You know, they used to be in NXT, and then they kind of went to the main roster, and then pretty much nothing. Then we kept getting, like, I think it was, like, not longer than, a certain woman named, what's her name? She's married to, what's his name? You know, Ella? Remember Ella? I think we all remember Ella, or L.A., whatever. Ella. What was it? I can't think of her other name. She used to hang out with Santino a little bit at NXT. You know, the one person who did this. I can't think of her fucking name. It's on the tip of my tongue, too, and I can't think of it. But yeah. They did when Ella was coming. They did, like 6 months, not even 6. They did a few months of vignettes saying, "Oh, Ella is coming," you know, this and that. I'm like, and then she finally came, and you know, she came out and said, "What?" Didn't even really say anything. She came out and said, "Oh, look at me," and then give it bye. Oh, Emma. We don't know Emma, but she came out as Ella. Something like that. She was trying to do something like Eva Marie. By the way, speaking of Eva Marie, I heard she got divorced, finally, from that guy who looks like the lead singer of the band Live. 10 years of marriage, gone. Now she's on the market. Anybody want to get Eva Marie? I don't know, but... Man, I wish her some happiness. Now she's finally got away from that guy. I think we saw most of that kind of messed up relationship on Total Divas back in the day. I never liked that guy at all. I didn't like him at all. And Eva Marie was probably one of the worst wrestlers ever in WWE. She was a botch machine. Not like Brie Bella, but still. She was just bad. And they almost gave her the NXT Women's title. Remember when she went to NXT and she almost beat Asuka? Oh, I would have been really mad if she beat Asuka and ended her streak back then. Well, we all know who beat her streak. Well, that's Charlotte Flair. WrestleMania 32, which should have never happened. Well, you know, every good thing has to come to an end, like Undertaker's streak. But it is what it is. That's that. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so Josh Briggs, Oba, Femi, and Dijak win match of the year for that Triple Threat North American title match at Stand and Deliver. So, congrats to them. Alright, then we get a beautiful video from, one hot piece of ash herself, the Italian and Japanese hottie, Giulia, who wants to join the list of NXT women's champions like Asuka, Charlotte, eventually Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and the list goes on, even Tiffy Tiff. But we got that. Alright, so I hope and pray she beats Roxy, because this is their second match, so Electric Boogaloo at New Year's Evil this Tuesday night on the program. I really hope they give it to her, and then maybe she faces... if she does win, they might do a rematch at Vengeance Day, because that's Vengeance Day, and then she probably beats Roxy again. Roxy goes to the main roster right after she debuts at the Royal Rumble. Well, it should be in the Royal Rumble, I should say. And then pretty much that Monday night, February the 3rd, I wouldn't be surprised if she makes her Raw or SmackDown debut the first week of February. Or maybe they go all the way to April after Stand and Deliver, but, I mean, we'll see. But I do see Julia winning. I think her first major feud as champion will probably be Delta. I could probably see that. Then eventually we'll get Julia and Stephanie Verkura going at it. Woo, that's going to be great. Can't wait. Alright, we got that. Alright, so we got Julia's little video, which was amazing. Alright, then we go to another award. This feels like the Slammies. Remember the Slammies? We don't even get that anymore on the main roster. Well, they gotta bring that back as, you know, you don't even need SmackDown anymore. You're like just have a 3-hour show for the Slammies. Maybe a couple matches here and there, but what it used to be back in the day, but not the old school days, but the, you know, a couple years ago they had that. They had Slammy Awards, and they had a couple matches in between. They could do that if Hunter, you know, ever want to bring it back again. But anyway, all right. So moment of the year. Had a lot of epic moments, but the one that really stood out was say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry making his debut in NXT with the, I don't know if it's still around, the NXT TNA partnership. And Joe coming this close to becoming world champ. And, well, Joe graces us with his presence, you know. So, Joe Hendry cuts a little speech saying, I'm grateful. And he says, if you say my name, I will appear anytime, anywhere, on any show. So, does that beg the question that he will be at the NXT premiere this Monday night? Well, we know a lot of people will be there. Becky, Cody, Roman, of course. Solo. Well, Solo, obviously. Seth freaking Rollins and CM Punk. Drew McIntyre is going up against Jey Uso. We got an appearance from The Rock. Dwayne. Got a lot of people, a lot of celebrities will be there as well, because it's in LA, why not? 3 hours on Netflix. You gotta start the year off with a Gilmore Cutter like bang! I think it's gonna be a amazing show, like 100 million, even more, maybe more than that, will be watching on Netflix. If you still subscribe to Netflix or about to subscribe to Netflix, but for me, I'm watching for free. I mean, I could watch it on the Rich Man's Dish, because I get that for free. But, you know, I pay for Dish, but it's not, like, extravagant, you know. I pay a good price, I'm at a good price. I don't pay a lot for my muffler for my Rich Man's Dish per month, and I'm in a 2-year contract. I'm almost near the end of it. Actually, in October, I'll be done with my 2-year contract. Now I gotta renew. You know, I'm actually getting I'm upgrading my internet next week, because that's great. Don't have to pay a lot for that either. But it's gonna be pretty much the same speed, but it's not like Wi-Fi speed. It's like fiber speed. Holy shit. I hope it goes good. I hope I didn't make a big mistake. I know a lot of people saying, oh, don't go to fiber. It's just waste. But I'm getting a good price for it. For the first 2 months, I'm getting a good price. Then it goes up a little bit, because that's the set price. But I'm gonna have pretty good speed. I mean, they did offer me like 8 gig. I think the highest is 8 gig. But I'm like, I'm not paying for that shit. I'm not paying $200 for 8 gig fiber optic speed. I'm like, fuck that. Well, I mean, like, give me the basic package for now, and then maybe if I want to upgrade to 500 or 1 gig, you know, we'll think about it. But we'll see how it goes for the first couple months. Because, you know, it might, you know, it might not work, even though fiber is Wi-Fi is kind of going bye-bye, but everybody, everything's getting upgraded to fiber optics, no more cable modems and shit like that, but unless you're ancient, but like me, but yeah, I'm getting a new router, I'm getting a new, same speed, new router, but fiber, for a good price. I mean, it's good. I got discounts for the first 2 months, and then afterwards, I'm gonna, we'll see. But it's good. I got, I can pay my bills. My bills, I don't have to, worry about it. So I'm gonna be good for a while, but we'll see. But anyway, moving along. Joe Hendry might be on the Netflix premiere this Monday night, so we'll see what happens with that. So, congrats to Joe for Moment of the Year 2024 for NXT. Alright, then we go to the back where we have Sarah Schreiber talking to Cedric Alexander and about what happened to his good friend Javon Evans. We found out that Javon, after that vicious, heinous attack by Ethan Page 2 weeks ago, where basically Ethan just stomped on a chair and pretty much broke the jaw of Javon Evans, blood just spewing out. It was just disgusting. That should have been Moment of the Year, not, Joe Hendry, but just saying. So Cedric says that he did see him in the hospital. Javon has a broken jaw in like 6,000 places. His mouth is now wired shut. Don't know when he's coming back. So then Ethan Page comes in and is like, "Oh, poor baby," playing the mountain monster heel that he is. So Cedric's not happy with that, and we get a match that looked like it was going to be set for New Year's Evil, but then Ethan starts taunting Cedric, which then constitutes a brawl, which goes all the way to the ring. So then we hear from Vic Joseph and Booker T that the match was supposed to be next week, but we're getting it right now. Right now. Alright, so we go to that, we get the referee in the ring, and this match didn't last that long. 4.5 minutes. Cedric did a lot of things to try to get his revenge and everything, but eventually, Cedric fights out of a 1925 chin lock, starts striking away at Ethan, sets up a Michinoku driver for a near fall, but Ethan popped right back up with a big boot, right to face, per se, and then he hits the twist of fate. Of all moves, Ethan hits the twist of fate thinking he's Matt or Jeff Hardy. Get it! Not the broken Matt Hardy, Broken Matt Hardy, yes! Brother Nino, I knew you'd come! Queen Rebecca with Senor Benjamin. Not Shelton Benjamin, Senor Benjamin, not related. But we move on. Alright, so Ethan gets the win, and then afterwards, beats the crap out of Cedric Samore on the outside, goes under the ring, like, are you looking for another chair? You're gonna do what you did to Javon? Well, it doesn't do what he did to Javon. So he finds a toolbox. I'm like, what are you gonna do with a toolbox? You're gonna get a wrench and, like, do something with a wrench or something? So he gets the toolbox, he opens it up, puts Cedric's hands and fingers in the box. Bam! That had to hurt. So he basically broke the fingers of Cedric. And that was just nasty. So, you mean to tell me Ethan Page's new gimmick, he's back as a heel, but he's a monster heel, and now he's like being portrayed as the guy that's just putting people in the hospital. Broken fingers, broken jaw, what's next? I think next is broken neck. broken leg, broken ankle. I mean, he's trying to be, Brian Pillman, pretty much. Not the loose cannon per se, but where do you think the term Pillmanized came from? Brian Pillman. But so we got that. So we're not gonna see Cedric for a while. At least for a while. I think he's probably gonna come back with like a cast on his hand or some shit. But man, that was just vicious what he did. But we move on. Alright, then we go to the back. I think it was in the locker room area. We have the rookies, Tyreek Igve, Tyson DuPont. They're there with Wes Lee, and they're talking to Hank and Tank. So they're taking on Hank and Tank in a 6-man tag team match. And then Shawn Spears comes in, the chairman of the board. Likes what... actually, Shawn Spears starts talking to Hank and Tank and, messing around and stuff. And then Wes Lee comes in and, kind of gives Tyreek and Tyson another pep talk. And Shawn Spears comes in and is like, oh, I like that. That's very impressive. Very impressive. So Hank and Tank's like, oh, we'll find a partner. Let's see what they do. That's it. Alright, then we go back to the ring. We got 6-woman tag team action player. No, is this a 6-woman tag team match? No, it's a triple threat tag team match. We got, 2/3 of the Psycho Trio. 2 psychos and 2 hot, psychos. That's Shotzi Blackheart and the lovely Gigi Dolan with an even better looking Tatum Paxley there. And then Tatum sadly has some type of injury. I don't know why, but... Anyway, they take on the Dancing Queens, Kaden Carter and Casey Catanzaro, and they take on, the Meta Girls, and we all know who they are, Jakara Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, and Lash Legend. Get ready. Get shit done. Oh, so we have a lot of cake in that ring, a lot of booty, and we get that. Alright, 11.5-minute match. Lots of things happening, lots of flippy-dippity-doos from some of the ladies. Lash comes back right before the break. Gigi starts going at it with Lash before Kaden Carter comes back in with a basement super kick. And then they hit the keg stand. I think that's one of their finishers. On Lash. Lash kicked out of that, surprisingly. And then everybody's making a save. Then we're gonna build it back moonsault. Hits Jakara Jackson's knees, and then everybody's going to town in the ring. Shotzi tries a dive and lands on her head. She needs to stop doing that. Seriously, she's gonna get seriously hurt or possibly paralyzed. Remember when she did that? I think it was at an indie show. There was 18 chairs, and then she just dove right through I think one of them, and it was nasty. I think it was an indie show and an NXT house show. I forget, but I mean, you gotta love those daredevils. But once in a while, you think about it, you're like, oh shit, somebody's gonna get seriously hurt. I think we all know, people like Chris Benoit used to do all that, crazy shit. Darby. Hi guys, it's me, Darby. Darby's been doing that for years. Even Austin Aries used to do that way back in the day. We don't even hear from him anymore. I don't even know what Austin Aries is doing these days. Who cares at this point? But I don't even think he's doing any indie shows. He's just like an egomaniac half the time. But back in the day, he was. I mean, he was so good, and then right near the end of his TNA run, he got hit with Starship Pain and just basically no-sold it as he lost the TNA World Title to John Morrison or Johnny Impact. And then he just pretty much left the wrestling realm. Where did he go? I don't even think if he does make a comeback, anybody will care. I mean, Tessa Blanchard came back, and still people are pissed off. Oh, why is she coming back? Why? She's just a hothead in the locker room. being racist to people, and she just got a bad rap. I don't want her back. She's gonna. I really hope that Tessa does sign again with TNA. But even before signing, she should go to the women's locker room and apologize to everybody. And really, she should just come out in an interview or come out in the ring and just say, you know what, I'm sorry. I had my past is my past, and I'm looking towards the future. I'm a different woman now, and I'm not here to start drama. I'm here to win championships. That's what she should do, but that's up to her. I don't know. But I did see her at an indie show a couple years ago. I think it was 2022 was the last time I saw her, live. She didn't look like an egomaniac back then, but when I saw her, but good match she had. I forgot who she fought. Anyway, moving on. So Shotzi tries for a dive, lands right on her head, but she gets right back up like she no-sold it almost. They get taken out from a dive by Shikari Jackson, even though it wasn't great, but still. And then the ladies of Fatal Influence come out. The Women's North American Champion, Fallon, Don't Call Me to the Dawn, Henley. We got JC Jade. And, my girl, Jasmine Nix. So they come out for a little distraction, which allows Metaphor, of all people. I thought Metaphor and Metaphor and Fatal Influence were kind of, at odds, but obviously not. Now it's basically the Psycho Trio and Fatal Influence kind of just not liking each other. So Metaphor uses that distraction to hit a real barrel faceplant Gilmore Cutter combo on Gigi, for all people, Gigi. 1, 2, 3, so Metaphor get the win. I hope they get another shot at the Women's Tag Team Championships, but who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with that? We still don't know who attacked Jade Cargill, and there's a lot of, people saying it's Nia. It's not Nia. It's going to be between Bianca, possibly Naomi finally turning heel, or it's going to be Charlotte Flair. So one of those three ladies will be revealed as the attacker. And who knows when Jade's coming back. I'll be surprised if it's this Monday night on Raw or not going to be tomorrow night on SmackDown, but you never know. But we get that. Alright, so Metaphor get the win. And that's pretty much it. Whoops. My notes went a little bit wacky. Alright, so we get that. So Metaphor gets the win, and then after the match, then the ring celebrating, and then the Unholy Union, the Witches of WWE, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn pop up on a Titantron. They challenge Metaphor to a match with possible title implications, like a number one contenders match. So, not that maybe they're gonna win, but you never know. So we'll move on from that. Alright, then we go to the back where Stephanie McCoy is like holding her jaw, see if it's still there, still intact. And then we have Lola Vice trying to apologize to her. Stephanie's like, "Cállese la boca!" But she doesn't want to hear it. Yeah, I do know some Spanish. Thank you, Taco Bell. Thank you to Beavis and Butthead, and thank you to Rosa. Well, we get that. So they're arguing, and then Keilani Jordan, Keilani Jordan tries to come in, be the voice of reason, starts mocking them. He's like, you guys are fighting, huh? And then we get basically all three women have a good fight! And then referees and agents have to pull them apart. And then we see Corey Jade coming in from behind, and starts smiling. He's like, cause all this shit. And then Ava Raine comes in and says, "Hey, you think you're so slick? You think you're so slick because you caused all this shit." Next week, we got a number one contenders match with her, Stephanie McCoy, Keilani Jordan, and Lola Vice to see who will be taking on Fallon Henley for the North American Championship. probably be at Vengeance Day, most likely. So if anybody wins this match, I hope it's Stephanie Vaquer. Because I can't see Lola getting a title shot and going after Fallon and winning it. I hope, but Kaylani maybe getting another rematch. I'm like, nah. So I'm going with Stephanie to get the win, and I think she will be the new Women's North American Champion by Vengeance right after Vengeance Day, as we go into WrestleMania season, and who knows who she's gonna fight at Stand and Deliver. Might be Delta, maybe, but as though if Delta turns heel, which it probably will be soon, with a certain girl named Sol Ruka, but we move on. Alright, so we got that. Alright, then we get Ava Raine again, this time in her office. We have a little bit of a problem here. We have Lexis King, what we thought was the new Heritage Cup champion, but then we have the former champion, Mr. Regal's son, Charlie Dempsey, and we have Mr. Regal in her office. Lexis is a little happy. He's like, shining up the freaking belt, the cup and everything. So apparently, Ava says, the rules aren't clear that if the Heritage Cup changes hands via disqualification, because we saw Mr. Regal give Lexis King the brass knucks. Well, actually, he was about to give him the brass knucks, and then he gave it to him, and then knocked Lexis King out, and then the brass knucks go flying, and then Charlie Dempsey's like, "Ooh, look, brass knucks," and the referee saw it, like, "Oh, no, DQ." Lexis King won the Heritage Cup, but Ava's like, well, the rules aren't clear. If the Heritage Cup can change hands via disqualification, that's the rules, ain't it? What are we missing? Anyway, so Ava says, therefore, next week, we're gonna do this again. Lexis King versus Charlie Dempsey for the Heritage Cup in a one-fall sudden death match. I don't get it. I don't like it. But if any way to get Lexis King to win the Heritage Cup for real this time, well, I guess we'll have to go with it. But we move on. Alright, then we go to NXT Tag Team of the Year. Obviously, that was going to be Fraxium, Ben Frazier, and A-Kid, who kind of went up and down pretty much this year and held the belts over 200 days combined because of their two reigns. So we got that, and then Fraxium cuts a little promo, saying we wouldn't have it any other way. We had our highs, we had our lows, we almost kicked the crap out of each other, but we're still tag team champions. And then OTM, the Boricua Gangsters come in, Lucius Price and Bronco Nima come in, says, well, we're coming for those damn belts and probably will win it. I hope. Because I can't see any other tag team in that division not beating them. So we got that. Alright, then we get a little, we don't get a promo per se, but we get Delta and Sol Ruka, the resident surfer girl, getting ready. Sol Ruka takes on Izzy Dame, otherwise known as Boogie Hogan 2.0. Basically a 5-minute match. Delta's at ringside to be with her so-called tag team partner. And then we see Sean Spears and the resident virgin Brooks Jensen watching from the back. We got that. Pretty much was a kind of a back and forth 5-minute match. Sol hits a springboard shoulder block, then a running X Factor, sending Izzy rolling to the outside. She avoided Sol Ruka's moonsault attempt to the outside, and Sol accidentally, hits Delta. Well, they ain't gonna sit well with her. They get back up and back in the ring. Izzy hits that wicked boot to face, then sets up a, hey, D-Lo! I can't do his thing. Because, he shakes his head, and I don't want to do that, because I already had I still had a migraine, but it's starting to go away now. But, anyway, she hits Sky High! Or, pretty much almost like the lowdown, but 1, 2, 3, Izzy Game gets the win. And Shawn Spears was very impressed. And we get that. So, decent match what it was, and I don't know if, Sol Ruka and Delta might have a little bit of a, scuffle, a little bit of a kitty chat, like, hey, you hit me, I did by accident, I hate you, we get that. Alright, moving along. Alright, then we go to the back where we find out that Hank and Tank have found a partner for their 6-man tag team match with Tyreek, Igve, Tyson Apont, and Wes Lee, and that person is Mr. Chase, Andre Chase, well, formerly of Chase U. And we get that. Alright, so we'll see what Mr. Chase can do, coming back, after a couple weeks after he pretty much lost everything. Chase U, bye-bye. He packs up, and then we hear some guy talk to him, hey, Mr. Chase! I still don't even know what that is. But anyway, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, because I think we see Mr. Chase come in, and then he leaves, and then some guy comes in. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? Who the fuck is that guy? Talking to Mr. Chase. I'm like, who are you? What do you do here? Alright, so we got that. Alright, Female Superstar of the Year. Obviously, we know that is going to Roxy, the NXT Women's Champion in her second reign, going a little bit long here, but she dominated the entire year, winning the belt back, and just went on a monster run this year, beating the likes of Julia, which I didn't like at the CW premiere in Chicago. But this Tuesday night from I believe it's from LA, because it's in the Shrine Auditorium, the legendary Shrine Auditorium. I know a thing or two about that if you follow my XWF career, but I digress. Legendary arena, legendary place, legendary. They loved me there. But it is what is. I think that's where PWG was after their Reseda days. Reseda, that little bar basically looked like a bar, like an American Legion Hall almost. But they had good times there, great times, and then they kind of moved into the Shrine Auditorium for pretty much the last couple of years, and then PWG looks like it's extinct now. I don't know, it's always on permanent hiatus, I don't know. What's going on with that there, Excalibur? Because he actually owns it? I guess they can't pay the wrestlers anymore, huh? Sucks to be all the people that used to be in PWG back from pretty much a couple years ago, way back when they had the likes of Claudio, Chris Hero, Adam Cole, Bebe, Steen, the Bucks, Roddy, Zack Sabre Jr. at one point. You had a guy named Human Tornado. Remember him? Some of you do. I remember him from 2005. That's how old I am. Because I remember him from 2005 when he used to be on No DQ video. Some of you remember, if you follow NoDQ.com religiously like I did, my good buddy Aaron Rift, there was, XMV, those XMV days with, Human Tornado made a couple of appearances just beating up random people. I still talk to some of those guys. I talk to Rift, obviously, but, some of the hosts on that show, like Jeff Meacham and, Nagel. I don't really talk to Jeff that much anymore, and I'm still friends with him on Facebook, and Rift, obviously, but blah 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 blah. But some of the ladies of XMV, I've been friends with since the inception of the fucking show. They still love me. Two of them actually do. I think it was the only two. Well, actually, it was three, but they all love me. back in the day when there was no YouTube back in the day. Yeah, there was no YouTube back in the day because I think YouTube started in 2006. So every time I would watch XMV, I had to go to NoDQ.com and go to the link on the website, and then it would just pop up like a QuickTime video or some shit like that. And then I used to ask random questions back in the day, like 2005. And I was a very popular guy on that show. I wish I was on the show. Actually, I really wasn't on the show. I was on NoDQ.com a couple of times. Not the video series, but way back in the day, when I had my Human Killer 99 channel, I think was that channel. I got on there twice, and my views just went up the roof. Remember when Christian Christian lost the belt when he beat. Remember when Christian won the world title from Alberto Del Rio and then proceeded to lose it 2 days later to Randy Orton on a taped SmackDown? I did a video that pretty much, when I heard the news of that, because I read the spoilers, I did a video the same freaking night the spoilers came out, and I went to war. I say, fuck WWE, I'm going to TNA. Because Randy Orton beat Christian. I wanted Christian to have a long reign with that belt. All he had was a 2-day fucking world title reign, which is horrible. They did Christian like that, to just give it to Randy Orton. Dumb decision by Vince McMahon back in the day. But I digress. But, yeah, that video, pretty much the first couple of hours, got all the way up to 5,000 hits. 5,000, and then I didn't watch it 5,000 times, mind you, so. And I didn't like it how many times, I forgot how many likes I actually got. And I didn't like it like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times, some shit like that. But I miss those days, man. That was one of my highest rated videos. Back then, on my old channels. I remember doing a Halloween video back in, what year was that? It was like when I was first started going out with you-know-who. It was 2008, between 2008 and 2010, I think. Yeah, this is around when you can only do like up to 10-minute videos. But I did a Halloween episode, and I had I had a Michael Myers theme. I had bits and pieces of Thriller, and then I used Voodoo by Godsmack. And yeah, I did get a lot of copyright claims on that shit. I was like, oh, it's insane. But I put that up because it was me, Rosa, and her, my brother from another mother. God rest your mighty soul, you son of a bitch. Put that up on YouTube and went right up the charts. And then, remember when they had the 301 thing where your video goes to 301 plus and it just stays there for a while? My thing got stuck for like 2 weeks. And then eventually the channel went down, got terminated, which sucks. Which sucked at the time, But I actually, before the channel got terminated, I looked at how many actual views I got, and it was like over 15,000 in one day. I was like, shit. But, that's the price you pay when you get involved with drama! Back in the day, during the early to pretty much the end of the YWC. Back in 2011, pretty much around 2010 to 2012. There is no YWC anymore. And, we call it the WC, but, pretty much the same fucking shit. But you had great shooters back in the day in the YWC. Now you get nothing. Pretty much besides me. That schmuck, I hate bringing his name up, with JD still around being a schmuck. You got that other schmuck still around, with, still pretty much irrelevant these days. JD opening his big fat mouth, bashing, women's wrestling, bashing AEW to death, which got the ear of Tony Khan, and Tony Khan's like, yo, fuck you, dude. And pretty much Tony Khan ripped JD a new a-hole, and pretty much everybody on YouTube ripped him a new a-hole many, many, many times. He thinks he's great, and he had that whole Alexa Bliss incident not once but twice, and Braun Strowman basically ripped him a new a-hole, and a whole bunch of other wrestlers ripped him a new a-hole. And pretty much he's like, he still gets all his hits and all his subs and everything, but really, nobody really cares for him that much except for his brainwashed fucking subs. But pretty much, I don't give two fucks about him anymore. I could care less if he has more subs than me and gets more views and likes and comments than me. I don't really give two fucks. I'm not here to be Mr. Popular. I want to get 100. I'd love to get 100,000 subs, but I love it, but I'm not here to get 100,000 subs. I'm just doing this as a hobby. Get it through your thick skull, some of you. Hobby. I'm not on here 24/7, 365, because YouTube is still not a job. People think it is because, they make a whole ton of videos, they go on live streams, and people donate to these people and everything, because, they need money to pay their bills, or to get a house and cars and everything. If you're like PewDiePie, or like Sexy Phil, or people like Logan Paul, and people like that, who started on YouTube. All those people, got all the money, and mostly it's from sponsorships, not donations per se, because half that money goes to Google anyway. But, to each their own, good for them. But people think, they're like, kind of like, people like me, I'm not saying me myself, but people that do videos like, oh, I could do that. If I put my, hard work and sacrifice into it, I could be like Sexy Phil. I could get 100 million subscribers or some shit like that. Get the play buttons, and all that shit. But you look at small channels like myself, I'd love to, maybe someday, not someday, but, I'd love to get one of those plaques. But I know I'll never get there, but, But, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't do my videos to get tons of subs, tons of comments, tons of likes, and whatever. If I get a sub here and there, that's great. I'm getting, noticed at least. I'm still getting noticed. And if, my videos, mainly my shorts, get a lot of hits between, a couple hundred to a couple thousand or more, that's great, because, how shorts go, if you, it could go viral, or could just disintegrate, you don't get many views, but I have actual videos, even reviews that I did back in the day. I used to get 300, 400, 500 almost every time, but now, with the algorithm, which is so fucked up, that, I don't care if I get 40, 50 views in a week on a review. I don't care. But, if I get 100, 150, sometimes all the way up to about 300, 400, 500 on a review, and I get one comment, if even it's just my comment, I don't care. It's great, but, it's just a little, pat on the back. I did good job. But still. I'm not on here to, make money. I'm just here to have fun, talk about wrestling and sports or life or whatever I feel like talking about. And like I said, if you like it, great, then get off my channel. But you're gonna stalk my channel to see what I say and then do your lame as fuck commentary videos that basically is nothing just to give me more publicity and more attention. Thank you. But But even if, people don't like me, they do their commentary videos, or they just put lame as fuck community posts, just trying to expose me and shit, and call me out on my BS. I mean, good for you. Nobody's gonna notice it. Not many people notice it. I mean, even if you do boring as fuck commentary live streams, just, downloading my videos or taking my videos, which is copyright infringement, by the way. I could, if I really wanted to, just take all of them down, but I'm like, why waste my time doing that? But I know that, like, if I file 6 million copyright complaints, you run the risk of getting countered, and then you gotta work, then you gotta, like, say, you know what, alright, whatever, just don't even bother, retract your copyright claim, just to save your channel, but it is what it is. I don't really care if anybody clips parts of my video, or, they go to the comment section and they say, oh, here's the timestamp, go to here, and this is what Peter said, he's still gonna be like shit. He's gonna be the same fucking person like he is in 2025. He's gonna have a bad 2025, this and that. I'm like, yeah, okay. I mean, I don't care about what people say these days. I'm pretty much ignoring everything I hear and see. I'm just laughing inside now. Say what you will, I don't even give two fucks at this point. Because you're still not going to be better than me, and you know it. So, I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to do my videos, and I'm going to say what I got to say. And if you, I'm going to keep saying it. If you like it, great. Then if you don't, too fucking bad. But if you're going to leave stupid comments on my videos with 6 million fake accounts, I'm just going to block every one of them. And if you get all pissy about that, that's too bad. Act your age or get off my channel. Stop acting like your IQ. Or your sub count, pretty much. If you're under 100. And just dead fucking channel. Not many, boring fucking videos I get, Some of them, get clout off my name. But still gives me a lot more attention. Not that I need it, but I there's an old saying: good publicity, bad publicity. I think it was that. So, if I get good publicity, I get bad publicity. I mean, I'm still getting noticed. But if people are just gonna come to my channel and come right in my comment section and talk shit on other people's comment section, I mean, eventually those comments will be seen, and I will notify people about it, and then you're gonna get blocked there too. So don't do it. But if you want to act like a schmuck, you're gonna get treated like one. So you want to keep, if your life is just gonna be about drama, and you got other things to do, you got a job, and you got a girlfriend, wife, whatever, and you're just so you're obsessed and fascinated with somebody on YouTube that you don't like, then what's the point of having a fucking life? Where's your life gonna go in 5 years from now? You're gonna still be obsessed with the same fucking person that you've been obsessed with for 7, 10, 15 years? Or you're gonna actually do something with your fucking life? Get off YouTube and do something with your life. People said that to me, but I actually do have a life. I do have a job. I make good money. I go out with the missus. I have a social life. I go with my friends. I go to random things. I go to concerts and, whatever. So I have a life. I get out of my house almost all the time. I just don't stay in the house 24/7 on fucking YouTube, which you can't prove that. Can't prove I don't get up at like 9 o'clock in the morning and then go all the way to like 9 o'clock the next day. I gotta sleep, I got work in between. I got other things to worry about, like doctor appointments, or if I go into a concert, Or I'm going to a sporting event, whatever it may be. You know? I'm there and I'm not giving two fucks about other people. Even though they say, oh, you in our comment section of the concert, you're thinking of us, this and that. And I'm like, no, I'm not. If I have a free moment, I'll look at, my notifications and look around on YouTube when I have a free moment. But I don't really give two fucks about people that don't like me. I don't really care if I'm at an event. So, you think I'm obsessed with you? That's wrong. Really wrong. But I think alright, I'm not gonna go into that because don't want to talk about drama in 2025. I just want to do what I gotta do. Drama is for pussies. And I get a lot of pussy, but I'm not, I'm not a drama whore like some people I know, but I digress. Alright, moving on. Alright, so, where was I? Alright, Roxy wins Female Superstar of the Year. And then we see, we get a little speech from Roxy. She's like, I ain't surprised! I had a great year, and I'm gonna have a great 2025 when I beat Julia again. We'll see. See what happens with that. Alright, then we get to that 6-man tag team match with Tyreek Igve, Tyson DuPont, and Wes Lee taking on Hank and Tank and Mr. Chase, who basically look like a bum. He's in street clothes. His hair is all fucked up. Like he just came from the gutter, basically, because, that's what happens when you lose Chase U and you gotta pack your shit and where you gonna go. So that's pretty much it. But Mr. Chase did get involved in the match. It's a top rope flippy DVD onto the rookies, Igve and DuPont. As we're gonna break, come right back. As always, the heels come back during the break. Hank is in trouble in the corner. Gets caught with a pop-up World's Strongest Slam. Nice. But eventually Hank fights out of it. Gets the hot tag to Tank Ledger for some house cleaning. Then quickly hands it off to Mr. Chase. I think that was a bad idea. But anyway, Igve gets knocked down. Mr. Chase loads up the spelling stomps. But he's about to do it, and everybody's gonna chant C-H-A-S-G-U. What's that spell? Chase you. But he's about to do it, but he's like, no, here, you get in here. So he tags Hank in, and then walks out on him. He's like, well, fuck that. I was like, shit, he is down in the dumps. So Hank comes in, gets hit right in the face by Tyreek Igve, who assists up a Stone Cold Stunner! 1, 2, 3, in exactly 12 minutes, Tyreek Igve, Tyson DuPont, and Wes Lee really didn't do much. They get the win, and, yeah. I think we're getting a rags to riches type storyline with Mr. Chase. He's pretty much, he had his highs with winning the NXT tag titles with a guy named Ridge Holland, who's now going after Tony D, my cousin. And now, he went from the riches, now he's down to, bum-ass Baron Corbin. Actually, his name now is, what's his name? Thomas, I saw it on Twitter, Thomas Peacock, I think his name is now. That's his real name. I think his name is Thomas Peacock, is his real name. We all know him as bum-ass Baron Corbin. We all know him as bum-ass Baron Corbin, probably one of his best gimmicks. But, I remember him as the guy that got dumped by Maria Brink of In This Moment. How do you fuck that up? Now look at where Maria Brink is. She's pretty much almost basically married to Joe Cotello of the band Dead. D-E-D, by the way. They've been together for... How long have they been together? 4, 5, 6 years, I think? Something like that? Joe did a song on Mother. Hunting Ground. Great underrated song. I wouldn't be surprised. I think he did. Maria did a song on Dead's last album with, they did the Cult's love song. I will always love you. But it rocked, the metal version of it. Woo! And you say cover bands, metal bands can't do covers. It's the crappiest cover song in the world. I heard worse. But the cover of Love Song by the Cult is just amazing. Not the 311 version. I hate that version. You want to hear a good version of Love Song by the Cult? Go buy Dead's last album. They got a new album coming out actually. So, buy the last album and listen to that from Maria and Joe. Amazing. Screaming like banshees. Holy shit. That's a love song you want to fuck to. And a good cover fucking song. Because as we all know, In This Moment is the kings of covers next to Metallica, of course. And you know when a new album comes out, it's gonna be a cover song or two. I mean, the last album, God Mode, had Army of Me by Bjork, and it sounded amazing. Pretty much since, when they first started doing covers was, before they were signed, they did Postmortem by Slayer, fucking Slayer! That was on their, not even their debut, it was just like a B-side. And then progressively, they did Call Me, which kind of almost killed the band, and everybody was like, "Oh, why are you doing that?" Became a hit on the Dream Ultraviolet edition. They didn't do anything on Soul Coast Wasteland. Blood, Blood. If you have the deluxe edition, they did 9 Inch Nails Closer. I think we all know that one. The live version, when that video came out. Who's in that video again? Some great-looking Italian god. 2 million plus hits, baby. I'm gonna keep bragging about that. I don't give a fuck. Oh, you're not giving credit to the band! Oh, yeah, they did give me credit. And I did give them credit, too. It's not on your channel! I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I put it up on my community tabs when it first came out. So, technically, it's been on my channel. Technically. But I mean, if I did put it up and then I got a copyright claim, I was like, oh, shit. I should have just kept it up. I wouldn't give a fuck. Learned my lesson on that one, but still. Still, 2 million hits. Way more than any of you motherfuckers would do on a regular video. Oh, but every Roman passed by me, I got 5 million hits. Still, it's not really your video. People said it about when I was with, on stage in this moment's video, yes, but actually it's really, Sirius XM's video, because they put it out on their channel, and then In This Moment put it on their channel. And then I proceeded to put it up on my community page. So, I do get credit. So, you can yell and scream and say, this and that about it, but you can't debate me about it. You can't win. You can't win. So, stop even bringing it up. And if you do bring it up, I don't care. I'm going to keep saying 2 million hits plus, bitch. And you can say, 5 million! Nobody cares. Nobody cares because nobody knows you. People know me from that concert. And I'm not going to prove it because I don't have to. But I was in a major music video. How about you? You've never been in a music video and you never will be in your life. I'll probably never be in another music video in my lifetime. I don't give a shit. But you never know. Be at the right place at the right time, you're good. I mean, I asked Ash Costello if I want to be the next music video. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I don't care. I'll still support the band any way I can. like Disturbed, or they do a live video from like the Hammer scene, and it's like, oh, we're filming a music video, yay! I'm actually gonna be in it. I was like 6 million, not even 6 million. Like all the people at the Hammer scene, yay! You're all in it. But you never know. I mean, you probably see me for like 5 seconds. I'm still the best 5 seconds of my life. Kind of like the In This Moment video. It was like twice you saw me, and it was like for like brief 5-10 seconds. I mean, it's still longer than your sex life, but still. Yeah, moving on. So anyway, let's get back to wrestling. Alright, so Tyreek, Igve, Tyson DuPont, and Wesley get the win over Hank and Tank and Mr. Chase, as he just doesn't care. But they're doing a rags to riches type storyline. So, kind of like a bum-ass Baron Corbin storyline, but we move on. I hope Baron Corbin either goes to TNA. I think he'd do better in TNA than AEW. But who knows with Tony Khan? Who knows? Maybe he goes to New Japan. Not Japan. I think he goes to New Japan Strong. But who knows what's going to happen? There's a lot of free agents coming up the pipe. So they'll be in AEW, WWE. Maybe Ring of Honor, maybe TNA and AEW by sometime this year. With probably more to come. But we'll see. Alright, then we go to back where we see Ashanti the Adonis, the resident pimp, trying to call his so-called girlfriend. I hate this fucking storyline. He's trying to call Carmen Petrovich about New Year's Eve, but he gets her voicemail, and then he leaves a voicemail saying he'll spend it alone if he can't spend it with her, and then the third wheel, basically, in this whole fucking stupid storyline, the Keita Leons comes in and invites him to a party that I guess she's hosting, but he's like, nah, I'm just gonna sit home, watch the ball drop, and just play with myself. I mean, you got 2 hot chicks. I mean, come on now, dude. But the storyline just fucking sucks. So bad. It needs to end. Moving on. Alright. Then we go further in the back. Sean Spears and company praise Izzy Dame. Still trying to kind of recruit her in their group. But once again, Izzy turns him down. And then my cousin, Tony D. He's sleeping right now. Tony D, who buys me a Chicken Palm Hero for $2. You get it for $6.50. But Tony D, the North American champion, along with the now newly engaged Channing Stacks Lorenzo. Oh, he's having a good time with his now father-in-law, Santino Marella. Because Stacks has been pretty much banging Santino Marella's daughter, Ariana Grace. Oy, oy, oy. That's how we do. Italians are great lovers. Lay down that pipe and you know what happens. They get the sausage in, Shit. But, congrats to Stacks and Ariana Grace on their engagement. Tony D's gonna be at that fucking wedding. You know that. Adriana Rizzo, she's gonna be there. Stacks, obviously. And the man who lives downstairs from us, that's Luca Crucifino. His name is Luca. He lives on the second floor. He lives downstairs from us. So, pretty much. So, they're going to be there, a bunch of other, other paisans, All of them are going to be there. And that wedding reception is probably going to be a lot of Italian food. Shit. Pasta, chicken parmesan, and, the works. Calamari. That wedding cake could probably be some type of Italian cake, tres leche maybe, I don't know. Maybe some rainbow cookie cake, that'd be great. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so Tony D and family come in before anything can kind of escalate. So, Sean Spears kind of implies he's coming for Tony D and his belt, but Tony D got a bigger problem, that's Ridge Holland, who, Tony D says they need to take Ridge Holland out. I think along with Sean Spears and company. So we'll see what happens with that. So another kind of like turf war that Tony D has to kind of clean up. But we'll see. Alright, actually we do find out that person that Andre Chase was talking to, and it's Kale Dixon. Wasn't that the guy that got beat up and almost died? Or was that the... Oh, was that him? Shit, I forget. I thought he was in... Wasn't he on AEW TV and he got destroyed by I forget who? But that name sounds familiar. But anyway, Kale Dixon asks Andre Chase about next semester. But Mr. Chase says Chase U is dead. Well, sucks not a great, overall semesters for Chase U. They have good semesters. You know, they bring in Casey Kane to kind of almost ruin Chase U, and then she's like, oh, I got a great idea. Let's have an all-female Chase U calendar, which did very well, I heard. And that pretty much saved the school from Tony D's debt. And now, Chase U, Mr. Chase, pretty much bets the school again, and he lost again. Sometimes maybe it pays not to put so much on the line, like your career or your school in this case. Because, you can't get it back, pretty much, if you tried. But, Mr. Chase, at least, he paid off Tony D's debt with the NXT, the Chase U women's calendar. I heard Ben Frazier liked that, because he's now banging... Oh, you son of a bitch. Lucky him banging Thea Hale. I don't know how he got her away from... I think she was going out with somebody else. I forgot who, but... But yeah, Ben Frazier, laying down that English pipe, if you will. To Thea Hale, the crazy, the wacko. I thought she was going to get with Riley Osborne. I mean, not storyline-wise, real life, but... I think Riley already has a actual real-life girlfriend. See, you become a wrestler and you can get with somebody on that roster. Yeah, that could have been my dream, but, Hey, I could have been going out with Oscar, Kyrie, and EO, or maybe Mina for real. That would have been fun. Hey, Mina's 37 now. Happy birthday to you, babe. Asuka's like around 4, I think it's in her 40s. Io and Kyrie are in their 30s. They still look damn fucking good. And Mina, you would think, I know people online were saying she's like 25, 26. No, she's 37 now. Still looks great. She has probably one of the most amazing bodies for an Asian chick next to Io and Kyrie and Asuka, of course. I'm telling you, I don't discriminate. I like Asians, I like Puerto Ricans, I like Dominicans, I like Colombians, I like, Italians. I'll do them all! Even an Indian chick, Pakistani chick, Russians, Ukrainian, whatever. I got so much to give because, they all... Who did they all come to? The Italians. That's a fact. That's a fact, because I know a lot of Italian dudes that are friends of mine. They're going out with, like, black chicks. They're going out with... They've been, like, married or going out with Puerto Rican chicks. They're going out with black chicks. They're going out with Ukrainians. I see them, like, going out with Ukrainian chicks. Some of them are married. I'm like, how did you get that? Well, I don't have to ask that, but, we get the steak. But, So, if you're a good-looking Italian, you can get all those hot chicks. Why do you think I got Rosa? Oh, gotta love it. You gotta love it. The women love my D. They love my vitamins. Rose has been loving it for almost 2 decades. But but I digress. Okay, let's get back to wrestling. Let's not get into that. All right, so Cale Dixon, the guy that we all thought was dead, pretty much, comes out of wherever he came from. Asks Andre Chase about next semester, and Mr. Chase is like, "Oh, there is no next semester. Chase U's dead." So, an up and down year for Chase U. And see what happens if it can resurrect itself again in 2025. I don't know how, but we'll see. Alright, then we get a New Year's Eve rundown before our final segment of the year. It's Male Superstar of the Year. Mike Rome, the announcer, is about to give it to, I think was about to give it to Trick Willie, but then Oba, Femi comes out, for anybody who gets named. Oba takes the award, says, doesn't matter, because it's just a popularity contest. Goes on about how he's going to win the belt from, from Trick Willie and eventually DJ Nightwolf. He says, I'm the captain now. I am the captain of Wakanda. Anyway, so then Trick Willie comes out about the Trick, what? Booker T going amazingly nuts again. So Trick Willie comes out to interrupt, saying, I need to dig deep to retain my belt next week, and there's a good chance he might. And, because I think Oba gets it. Maybe at Vengeance Day, it might go all the way to, what I kind of originally predicted that Oba wins it at Stand and Deliver, but we'll see. So Trick calls Oba and says, you are old, beatable, Oba. You can be beat. I mean, Tony D proved that. It's true because otherwise it would be title versus title, meaning North American title versus world title. But what happened there? Tony D gotcha. So he's like, how long are you gonna how long are you gonna leave when you lose this time to me? Gonna go a couple weeks, almost a month, like you did when he pretty much lost the belt and blah blah blah. So they're about to go at it, but then DJ Nightwolf, Eddie Thorpe runs in, sends them both into each other, and then he takes the NXT Male Superstar of the Year trophy, which is that fucking bell-like thing, smacks it over Oba's head and obliterates it. I'm like, shit, if Oba's not busted wide open, when it wasn't. Man, lots of violence in NXT these days, huh? Anyway, need that on the main roster there, Hunter. But anyway, so both men are down, and then Eddie Thorpe grabs the belt, holds it up. You know what that means? He ain't winning it. So, not sure who won Male Superstar of the Year, but people are saying it looks like it was Oba. I wouldn't mind if it was Oba or Trick, because they had great years this year. Trick beating Ilya Dragunov. Those matches with Mello before he went to the main roster. Good stuff from Trick Willie. And some great epic fucking, diss tracks, You're a butch! You're a butch! A big-headed butch! The first one, then he had, Game Over, his version of Game Over. Then he had that, yo, ready for the Trick Woman? Whoop, whoop! The diss on Ethan Page, and now him and Lash came out with a Christmas rap that was pretty damn funny. Making fun of her cooking. He's like, you can't cook, and then she doesn't have it anymore, but she had a cooking show on YouTube that he was actually on a couple times. So how can you say her cooking's not good? He was just saying that, be fun, trying to be funny, You say that to a chick that can actually cook, your cooking sucks. But then you're devouring all that good food. You say that, you're going to be sleeping on the couch, you ain't getting no ash. You're not going to lay down that pipe. Holy shit. You're like, get on the couch! You ain't getting this ass tonight, Just saying. But I digress. But anyway, So DJ Nightwolf holds up the belt. I highly doubt that's going to be the final shot for NXT New Year's Evil, that Eddie Thorpe wins the NXT World Title. I think Trick will somehow retain that. Always going for the win, and somehow, some way, Trick steals the win, and then Owa's all mad. He's like, "I want you at Vengeance Day," and then he actually maybe wins it at Vengeance Day 1-on-1. Finally gets his actual 1-on-1 match. So he goes to Ava, screaming at Ava, "Me want the match, I kill you." I don't think that'd be a good idea, because, a certain guy named Dwayne would be kind of lurking around. Remember what happened? Remember when Ava got hit with the door, and everybody thought it was DJ Nightwolf's fault, and then we saw him get hurt, and everybody's like, "Oh, the Rock called in his the Rock called in his buddies." Called in Zito Fatu or Lance Anoy, and maybe a Coolio, who's supposed to be starting in NXT sometime this year, because they're going to be in the Bloodline. It's probably not going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. I did see something on Twitter. I saw a picture of Facebook or Twitter. I saw a picture of another Bloodline Civil War match at Survivor Series War Games. So Roman's team, which would be Roman, Coolio, the Usos, and I think Sami Zayn. I think it was Sami. It's going to be taking on Rock, Solo, Jacob, and the Girls of Destiny. Now, maybe the other guy was Lance Anoy on Roman's team. So Coolio and Lance Anoy will join Roman, and Rock will take over for Solo, basically, and be Rock, Solo, the Girls of Destiny, and I think Zila Fatu. I think be Zila, or Thaddeus, or whatever his name is. The big, huge guy that almost looks like Yokozuna. Yokozuna! God rest his mighty soul. And God rest another Samoan that's Umaga! Yeah, he's Samoan. You forgot that? The Samoan Bulldozer. And his epic fucking manager, "My name is Armando Alejandro Estrada." He actually got a Christmas card from WWE. Whatever that means, I don't know. And maybe he joins the Hall of Fame. I wouldn't be mad about that either. But who inducts him? Has to be probably Roman. Well, it can't be Umaga because he's, passed away. So who could it be? It has to be someone like Roman, maybe. That would be hilarious. Armando Estrada gets in the Hall of Fame. We're getting close to that time where we're going to, right after the Royal Rumble, I presume, on February the 3rd, Monday Night Raw, we might get our first actual inductee to the 2025 Hall of Fame, and people saying Batista might be actually at the Netflix premiere. Kind of hint. Maybe hinting at that he'll be, named the headliner for the 2025 Hall of Fame in Vegas. Another guy's going to be at the Netflix premiere besides The Rock. The GOAT of all GOATs of the modern era, and that is The Undertaker. He's going to be there. Cena's going to be there, obviously, to start his stupid retirement tour. He'll probably come out and do a stupid, boring fucking segment saying, "Hey, I'm back! And my goal for this year is to win the Royal Rumble, so I am declaring myself the first entrant in the Royal Rumble, and nobody's gonna give a shit." Even though it's pretty much been leaked that he's gonna win the Royal Rumble, which, him and Rock are gonna, supposedly it was leaked that they're gonna be the final two guys. I hope that changes. I hope it changes. Not that I want The Rock to win the Royal Rumble. Then again, he could beat Cody. I think they were kind of leading to that match. But then, Roman's going to be in it. Punk's going to be in it. Who knows what's going to happen if Rock and Roman and Punk are, in the final four. Paul Heyman's gonna be out there. It's like, hey, there's my favor. Or maybe the favor is, Heyman turns on Roman at Mania, which I would hate. I don't think Heyman should even turn at all. He should just keep being the wise man to the original Bloodline forever. But, the Bloodline storyline has had so many twists and turns where I don't know what's happening from week to week almost. And pretty much now, it's like Jimmy got hurt by Drew McIntyre. Jay just got beat up last week by Drew McIntyre. They got a match on Monday that pretty much I think Drew might win that. Because now it's like, oh, Drew's part of the Bloodline, like an honorary member, like Bronson Reed was. And Punk was an honorary member of the original Bloodline. So I think Drew's kind of like an honorary member during, saying, hey, I'm taking out the original Bloodline, something you couldn't do. I took pretty much 3 guys out now. And all I gotta get is pretty much Roman. I mean, do you really want to go down that road again, Drew? You already know how many times you lost to Roman. It was chicanery in half those matches, especially the Clash of the Castle, I think, 2 years ago, when we had the debut of Solo Mibuki. I think it was the debut where he just showed up. But Drew can't beat Roman. He can't. But eventually they're gonna make him probably finally beat Roman, but he's gonna get help from Solo and crew or The Rock. Like I really don't want to see Roman lose like Drew McIntyre will people, but I mean we'll have to see. There's so many things leading up to WrestleMania that pretty much I would think pretty much the main events are already locked in. And then some of the co-main events are going to be pretty much locked in. I think one of them is going to be Cody versus either The Rock or maybe Randy Orton. I don't know, but and then Punk versus Roman pretty much going to be a lock, which I hate. And then we got Kevin Owens and Cody this Monday night on Raw for the at the Royal Rumble for pretty much both Undisputed belts, the Winged Eagle title and the Undisputed title in a ladder match. Cody's winning that. And then we could see Cody versus Cena for the belt at Mania, and Cena breaks the record of all records that should not be broken. And that's Flair's record of 16. It's tied with Flair, but then he can break it if he wins the belt, which I hope he doesn't. I'd like to see Cody do the impossible and beat Cena. And say, Cena, you ain't getting near the world title belt. It's April 19th, April 20th. You got 8 more months to try to get that belt. You ain't gonna do it. I think we see Cena Orton at Mania. Not Mania, sorry. SummerSlam. Then maybe they do something with, can't do something with Roman, obviously. Unless it's on a B pay-per-view. But I would do Cena Roman again for like the 3rd time, and Roman beats Cena. Sends him bye-bye. He's like, oh, fuck you. But the promos they would do would be fucking epic again. Like they were a few years ago. Missionary. It's the same thing over and over and over again. It's like missionary position every single night. Ugh! That was probably one of many of Roman's epic promos. He just like buried Cena in that promo. And then proceeded to whip his ass at SummerSlam a couple years ago. It was SummerSlam, I believe. Whipped Cena's ass. So, I mean, we could get like a 3rd or 4th match between Roman and Cena, and Roman whips his ass again. Because he can't, Remember how Undertaker and Brock had their feud, and Undertaker only won a couple of times. He lost a biker chain match in Hell in a Cell. He lost Hell in a Cell to Brock, which I think shouldn't have happened, but Brock whipped his ass. I mean, legit whipped his ass. Bloody fuck. Taker was he was busted way wide open. It was just sick. A match that's Taker's basically, and Taker hasn't never had a really good record in Hell in a Cell. Lost to Shawn Michaels. Lost to Brock in Hell in a Cell. I think he lost another one in Hell in a Cell. I forget which one, but I know. He beat Hunter in Hell in a Cell. You know, Shawn Michaels almost cost him the streak at WrestleMania 29. He beat the Big Boss Man in the first ever Hell in a Cell at Mania. That match kind of sucked. You know, the ending where Boss Man legit got hanged from the top of the Hell in a Cell, and freaking Taker's on top of the cell and is rising. That was crazy. He destroyed Edge at Hell in a Cell. He destroyed Orton. Destroyed Hunter, of course. I think he's only lost, 2, maybe 3 Hell in a Cell matches. I could be wrong on that, but we all know the ones that he has lost, which is Shawn Michaels and Brock. So, we get that. Alright, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is very late, and I gotta get out of here. Not that I'm doing anything. I don't go back to, I don't work tomorrow. I just had to go in today to do a couple of things. But I do go officially back to work Monday. So back to work, back to the grind on Monday. So I'm going to have pretty much a 3-day weekend this weekend. Just chilling, watching Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty. Maybe watch a little bit of Collision. Watch SmackDown tomorrow. Sunday, sleeping. Sunday's my... Sunday I'm sleeping, watching the final Niners game of the year against the Cardinals. I think that game is like 4:25. Well, obviously, because it's in Arizona. Levi Stadium, Southwest. No, Southeast, I should say, not Southwest. So we'll see what the Niners can do. They're at 6-11 right now. See if they can go, well, actually 6-10. See if they can finish the season on a positive note. Go to 7-10. See what happens with that. And then we got the Jets and Giants. The season finally ends. Aaron Rodgers, my final game ever, might be happening on Sunday. Giants, coming off a big blowout win against the Colts of all teams. Finishing up the season at I think it's in Philly. Against the Eagles, who basically got nothing to play for, so they're not starting. Jalen Hurts, I don't think he's going to even play one down. But the Eagles right now are just waiting to see who they actually face next weekend in the wild card round. Would it be the Commanders, or would it be, I think it's probably going to be the Commanders. That should be a pretty interesting game there. And then we got to worry about who's going to be the number 1 seed. Whether it be the Lions, the Packers, or the Vikings. Oh my! And then we got to work. And then another race is between Atlanta and the Buccaneers, who wins the NFC South and who goes bye-bye from the playoffs. So we'll see. We shall see. But pretty much the Eagles have locked down the number 2 seed. Don't know who's the 3 seed. Might be the Rams. Because they won the NFC West. Fuckers. That should have been the Niners division. Next year the Niners got an easy schedule. I mean, you got the division games, of course, but then you got the Giants, who look like shit. That's an easy win. In MetLife Stadium, mind you. Hard game in Texas against the Texans. You got the Browns, which might not be easy because they lost them, I think, this year. I don't know why they face the Browns again. Next year. I think I know they're playing the NFC. Well, not facing all the NFC East. That's 26, 27. They're playing the Eagles. They're playing the Commanders, and then Dallas, the Cowboys. That might not be, next year's schedule, depending on where they finish next season. Might be hard as fuck, my dick, but we'll have to see. I'm surprised the Giants don't have an easy schedule. Because they're, pretty much 3-13. Like the Panthers, like the Patriots. So, one of those teams are getting the number 1 seed. One of them. I'm thinking, I don't know. I think the Patriots face the Jets this weekend. I think the Bills and Jets again. I don't know, but people saying that the Eagles are gonna just not even bother to play, and then gonna the Giants actually might win 2 in a row. Vic DiBiase will love that, but he's not a happy Giant fan right now. But hey, Vic, you got the Yankees to worry about. They got Max Fried. They're in the Roki Sasaki sweepstakes. I think he might go to the Yankees and suck there, but Mets are still kind of involved with him. But Bregman's still pretty much on the radar for the Mets. I don't know if they're gonna get him. Alonso, I don't know what's happening with Pete Alonso. Mets are pretty much the favorites to re-sign him to an extension. How much? Don't know. Pete wants 150 to possibly near 200 million. Mets are kind of giving him 3-year offers with, 3-year, $90 million deal with, options for 4th and 5th year. Dumb. I say give him 4 years, 160, $80 million a year, with an option for a 5th year. Come on, Uncle Stevie, you got it. You don't need David Stearns to even get involved with this, you went out of your way to pay Juan Soto 15 years, $700 million of your money, by the way. You don't have a little extra stash laying around and give Pete 200, 160 to 200 million, then you give Bregman a couple of million? Not a lot. I don't think they're going to give Bregman 20 million at least, some of that. And then maybe get Santander. It's not Santander, it's something, you have to say in Spanish. It's like Santander or something like that. I can't pronounce it. But maybe they get him, kind of on the Mets radar, he's been on Yankees radar, I think, too, but where are you going to put Santander? He's an outfielder, so you have to put him in either left or right, probably being right. Then you keep Judgy Wudgy in center, and you keep Stanton as a DH. But, Yankees have a pretty good team. I'm not lying about that. I hate saying that because, I hate the Yankees so much. But they got a pretty damn good team. Good starting 2. Possibly a starting 3 if they get Roki. Could be the heir apparent to Cole. They got Devin Williams from Milwaukee, which means the good land. The guy that gave up Alonso's bomb in the wild card round. Knocked them out. I wonder what the ovation he gets when he gives up a game-winning home run. Especially, being a Yankee, they're not gonna like that. Could have been a Met too, but we still got Edwin Diaz, Mr. Trumpet guy. Hopefully he has a better season than, last year, which, he had 20, 30 saves, which wasn't great, but a lot of games he blew, the bullpen blew a lot too. I think they re-signed Ryan Stanek, I think they did, or they didn't, I don't know. But, we pretty much got 38 days till spring training. It's pretty much a month from now. A month and 5 days. Well, 8 days. A month and basically a week. So it's basically 5 weeks, about 5 weeks till pitchers and catchers start. It's right after Valentine's Day, right around President's Day, actually. And then the rest of the team starts with, with workouts, and then right around February 27th, that's when spring training games actually start, and they go all the way for a couple of weeks. And then the end of March, which I think is March 28th, somewhere around that area, that's when the season starts. And then the Juan Soto era begins in New York. You gotta love it. I want him to hit a home run his first at bat, or at least sometime during the game. First Met home run, and you know the fans are gonna love it. It's not in New York because I think they start in Miami or in Houston. I forget where they start, but that first Met home run at Citi Field, the crowd is gonna go ape shit. They're gonna stand and give him ovations like crazy. I think Soto is gonna bring the Mets a title. I don't know about next year, but I do believe he will bring a title to New York finally. And it's not the Yankees this time. Ha! You have to get some schmucks like Max Fried and Bellinger and God forbid Roki Sasaki. I mean, the Yankees will still be on top of that division with probably Boston, maybe Baltimore. I don't think the Blue Jays or the Devil Rays. Well, sorry, the Rays, Tampa. It's going to be an interesting AL East race. I know that. The NL East, I think that's the Mets to pretty much lose the next 15 years. Because Atlanta got nobody, pretty much. But they're still, they still got the other Acuna that actually, Ronald Acuna Jr. is just, he was the, I think the Player of the Year, the MVP of the Venezuelan League. Because he was hitting like crazy. Loved it. But it is what it is. Alright guys, I'm getting out of here. Thanks for watching NXT's final show of 2024. I thought it was pretty decent. 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought down below in the comment section. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later today. Later Friday afternoon. I'll do Ring of Honor TNA. I got Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty predictions, same video, so it's going to be a long video for that. It's lots of predictions, because, I don't want to do it Saturday. Can't do it Saturday, because Wrestle Kingdom will be starting at 3 a.m. here in the States. Late tomorrow night, going into early Saturday, and then we got Wrestle Dynasty at 11 p.m. So 2 Japanese pay-per-views for the price of 1. You gotta love it. So Saturday, I'll do, well, I doubt I'm going to get a SmackDown. So I'm probably going to go right to bed after SmackDown anyway, because I got to get up, I got to take a power nap, get up at 2:30, get ready for, get some, well, I don't drink coffee, but, get some caffeine, some Cokes and Pepsis and shit. Maybe have a late night snack. Get up, put the stream on, get on New Japan World, because I get it for free, and watch Wrestle Kingdom from pretty much 3 to maybe 6, 7 a.m. Go back to sleep, get up a few hours later, have a nice breakfast, and then sensible lunch, and then maybe take another power nap before Collision starts, watch that to 10 o'clock, and then have my sensible dinner right after that, and then get ready for 3, possibly 4 more hours of Wrestle Dynasty from 11 to possibly 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Then you're done. And then we get to sleep in all Sunday. Well, most of Sunday. If you're a Niner fan, you probably will thank you. You'll go to sleep. What? Stop it. Okay, stop it. Alright, boop. I know my computer's going boop, boop. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, go to sleep, everybody, and, have a great Friday. The weekend is here, the first unofficial weekend of 2025. Hope you make it a good one. Be safe, be well. I know it's going to be cold here in the Northeast. We're getting snow on Monday, the first official snowstorm of 2025. It's probably going to be more. The same, maybe another one's right behind that. I hope it's not next weekend, but it's going to be cold, but then next weekend is going to be a little bit warmer, around 37, maybe get in the 40s by next Sunday. Don't know, but we'll see. But not going to be much here in the Northeast. If you're further down the coast, you're getting a lot. Five to like almost a foot of snow down around the Washington, D.C. area. That's not fun. I mean, fun for you kids out there. Like, no school on Monday, yay! But, you know, here in my neck of the woods, we're getting about a couple inches. Like, 1 to maybe 3 inches, maybe 4. So, but you know, the New York City public school system, they're like, oh, about 3 inches. Pfft. Kids, you don't get a snow day, fuckers. You just came off Christmas week. Back to school yesterday. For all you kiddies out there and all you teenagers who went to high school and even college. But, you know, go to school, stay in school. Get your educations. Don't become a dumbass like these fucktards on YouTube. No education. They don't know anything about wrestling or music or anything. They think they're like, oh, why don't you debate us? I'm like, why? You know, just give me boring fucking opinions. Like, I don't give two fucks. You might have some facts, but still, like, oh yeah, there's a good point there, but still, it's just an irrelevant opinion. I'm like, why am I wasting my time on just, I hate In This Moment, I'll never get a gold record, I'll never get platinum. Like, big fucking whoop, they'll never get a platinum record, you don't know that. But when they do, I'm gonna laugh in your face. And when they get into the Hall of Fame, I'll even laugh even more. Which is coming up. Coming up in about 6-7 years from now. Because the Beautiful Tragedy will be turning over pretty much, actually, I think it's next year, actually, is the 20th anniversary of Beautiful Tragedy. So, we just celebrated, I think, 10 years of Blood. Anything pretty much from 2009 on, it's going to be celebrating the 20th anniversary pretty soon, 15, 20 years. And In This Moment's coming out with their 9th record, don't know when, but they're working on it. That's what I've heard. I heard through the grapevine. Number 9, the 9th masterpiece. And, well, don't know how, I hope it charts very well, like Mother did, didn't get high up that chart, but, you know. Like, Blood debuted at number 8. But still, the singles go to number 1 on the rock chart. But the top 100 or the top 200, they, you know, like the last 3, Ritual was in the top 30, I believe. Mother was around the top 50, I think. And God Mode was around the same. So just don't come at me and say, oh, In This Moment's crap! No, they've had a top 10 record. Which went gold, by the way. I would love for Blood to go platinum. So, you bitches can't say shit when that does go platinum. And they've been nominated for a Grammy. They didn't win, obviously, because if you got bands like Foo Fighters in there, then like, oh, you may have a 1% chance, but you never know. I mean, In This Moment could have been the fucking Jethro Tull of the Grammys, winning the metal category. I'm like, wow. But don't get me started with Jethro Tull taking that 88, 89 Grammy away from Metallica, who had a better album than Jethro Tull. Jethro Tull is not even metal. It's classic rock. They put him in a metal category. When has the Flute became metal? And don't talk to me about Liliac, but, you know, still. Liliac, Melody, who just celebrated a birthday, happy birthday, babe, and, they have a couple of songs that have the flute in it. They're not their cover songs, but their original songs. They have a couple of songs that have, flute solos. I'm like, what is this, Jethro Tull? But rock is better than Jethro Tull. Fuck that. But I digress. But, you know, it's gonna happen. I do truly believe that In This Moment will get a Grammy. someday. Whether that happens in 10 years, 20 years, who knows? But, you know, I think they put out 1, 2, maybe 3. I don't know how many more hours they got left in them because, you know, they're, you know, around my age. A little bit. I think Randy's the oldest one. I think he's like near 50. But Maria's like a year younger than me. She's 47. So, you know, the rest of the guys are in their 40s. You know, I think they got a few more hours left in them. Maybe 5. I say 5, maybe 6. There's gonna be bangers. I'll tell you right now. Maybe we'll get a solo record from Maria. She's been talking about that for years. Who knows if, you know, the guys come out with solo records, or mainly Chris and Randy. Maybe, and, well, we know Travis had a, you know, side project, which it was called Invideo, and now he's not in it anymore, because he went back to In This Moment, so. And they have a new singer anyway. Not a great singer, but, you know, I digress. But you never know. You never know that, you know, they can come out with solo records. I know Maria's gonna be on so many fucking collaborations. It's gonna be insane to figure out which one she's gonna be on. Same thing with Ash Costello. She's been on Iceland Kills, a couple songs. And they're coming out with I heard they're coming out with a new record too. But Half Like Heart came out this year, so I don't know why they would come out with a back-to-back records. But, I mean, some bands do that, some bands don't. Some bands take, like, 2 years. You know, well, In This Moment takes, like, 2 to almost 3 years to make another record, so. At least they're not bands like Van Halen. Remember when Van Halen finally came out with a record, which was horrible? What was it called? New Tattoo? I think it was called? Should have been called Van Halen 4. But, you know, God bless Eddie Van Halen. But I don't think we're ever going to get another Van Halen album. Because Van Halen's pretty much extinct. And, you know, David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar are so kind of like, you know, at odds. You know, Alex Van Halen, you know, he put out a book which barely didn't even have Sammy in it. I'm like, what? You don't have Sammy Hagar in the fucking book? Dude. Sammy's still, you know, he's like, you know, I think Sammy's like 80 years old. I think he celebrated his 80th birthday, I think. You know, I don't know how many more years Sammy can go, but he looks great. But he wants to, you know, kind of mend fences with Alex Van Halen. You know, he doesn't want to go to the grave, and he has, like, all these grudges and shit. Same thing with Alex Van Halen. And David Lee Roth. I mean, you know, get this shit together, man. Shit, do it for Eddie. I mean, you want to go to the grave, you know, the last thing you did before you die is had a fucking grudge with Sammy Hagar or somebody? Can't do that, man. I wouldn't want to go to my grave and having so many grudges with people, you know. I want to kind of close the chapter with that, you know. You know, I admit that you know, there's a lot of people that I threw under the bus 2 years ago, pretty much mended fences, not fully, but, you know, a couple of them, you know, I still talk to on a friendly basis, but, you know, not friend, like best friends anymore, but, you know, we talk here and there, but not every day, but, you know, once in a while. You know, I'm trying to mend the fences, but, you know, I said some mean things to people. I know that I'm never gonna get their trust back because I wished death on some people because I was angry. You know, it was just out of anger. I didn't really mean for to say some of those words, but it just came out of my mouth. Like you know. But you know, I wish them well, and I hope they have success and a great life. And then you know, but. Hey, if they want to reach out to me, you know, I'm just a DM or video away. Or if you want to just do a video, you know, saying, hey, you know, this goes out to Peter Joseph. You know, I want to do an off-air panel with you, you know, even though they'll record it anyway. I know that they will. They record it live, and I won't know it, but I don't care. But, you know, I mean, I'm just, you know, those people. I'm just, you know, DM away on Facebook, you know, Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. You know, I mean, you just want to talk there in private, that's fine, but as far as, like, doing an off-air panel, maybe, maybe not. Because I don't want to be brought into bullshit. I mean, if it's just civil, and it's just one-on-one, you know, or maybe you just do the panel and then, you know, it's off-air, and then you have all the people joining the off-air panel, even though it would be recorded anyway. I might do that, but, I mean, I'll just listen to screaming and yelling and everything. I'm like, you know, say what you gotta say, and I'll just say what I gotta say, and I'm done. I just want to move on. That's it. But, in any case, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and until next time, go to sleeping, well, if you're in another time zone, you know, well, top of the morning to you, love. But, for everybody else, get some sleep. I will get some sleep now, because I'm tired. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.